So we haven't talked about vaccination for a while, and generally speaking, I've been aware that the US has vaccinated about 60% overall. And I intuitively assumed that there was some kind of partisan split because of some of the numbers we've been looking at, but I did not realize how disturbingly horrible the partisan gap is. So let's go through what we've known for a while. We've known for a while that there was probably some partisan split on vaccination. We've seen that for the greater part of 2021, COVID cases, hospitalizations, and deaths have been disproportionately happening in the reddest red Trump counties compared to the bluest blue Biden counties. We've seen how the COVID death rate, since vaccines have been widely available, is about 3 times higher in the reddest Trump counties compared to the bluest Biden counties. And again, this came with the intuition that part of the explanation must be vaccination rates. Now, I also have said, even in blue counties, it's likely that the deaths are still skewing towards Republicans relative to that county's population. We now have data on vaccination, and it is even worse than I imagined. At this point in time, 96% of Democrats say they've already been vaccinated, while only 54% of Republicans have been vaccinated. There is no lesser vaccinated group than Republicans at this point in time in the United States. Democrats are getting vaccinated at nearly twice the rate of Republicans. This is no small detail. This is from polling done by Monmouth University. Let's take a look at the numbers in more detail. So you see the clear partisan divide. 96% of Democrats have been vaccinated. 79% of independents have been vaccinated. And a pathetic 54% of Republicans have been vaccinated. Now, just as interestingly, 30% of Republicans say they will never get the vaccine. Another interesting thing, those who are not registered to vote actually got vaccinated at a slightly higher rate than those who are registered to vote. That's interesting. Also, along educational lines, there is a gap. 87% of those with a 4-year degree have been vaccinated. Only 73% of those without a 4-year degree have been vaccinated. So, not a big shock. Education leads to vaccination, just like education tends to lead to people being more liberal, voting more for Democrats than from Republicans. Now, interestingly, there's almost no income gap whatsoever. You might speculate, you might not, I don't know, but you might speculate that among different income groups, you would see vaccination at different levels. The vaccine is free at the end user point, but maybe there would be some reason why you'd see different levels of vaccine uptake based on income. We don't see that. If you make under 50K a year, 78% have been vaccinated. If you make between 50 and 100K a year, 77% have been vaccinated. I mean, almost an identical number. Those making over 100K a year, 79% have been vaccinated. I mean, essentially no impact on vaccination status based on income. So really interesting numbers, and also just stunningly low Republican vaccination. So at this point, I don't know that the Republican Party cares about the personal tragedy, the fact that way more of their people are dying than others. I mean, after all, it's all humans, right? Maybe they care, maybe they don't. I don't know. Politically, this will mean fewer Republicans around and alive to vote in the midterms, particularly since it's disproportionately voting age people that are dying as a result of the virus. Now, Republicans will still have gerrymandering working for them. Republicans will still have voter suppression. They'll have, trying to use the courts, all these different things that we've seen them now try to do. But there will be disproportionately fewer of them. Could it affect close races? It's still really not clear. We ran the numbers. I'm going from memory now, but we ran the numbers looking at Ron DeSantis's last gubernatorial win in Florida. He's the very Trumpian Republican governor of Florida. I hope I'm getting this right. I think DeSantis won by about 30-something thousand votes. And when we looked at the deaths in Florida and started to say, okay, if these are 60-40 Republican deaths, if these are 65-35 Republican deaths, could it make a difference in the next gubernatorial election? And the answer is it could. It's not an open and shut case. There's a lot of caveats, but the point is it's conceivable that the math would point that way. On partisan death gap alone, you could see a case made that it could lose the Florida governorship for Republicans. So if that's conceivably possible, certainly there are congressional districts where the death gap on COVID could make a difference. Whether they care about the people, I don't know, but you'd think they would at least care about elections.
One of our sponsors is Nebbia, who's introducing their newest shower head, the Nebbia by Mon Quattro. It was designed by former NASA engineers who spent years researching how to save water. Quattro is the world's best high-pressure water-saving shower head, starting at just $119. And Quattro uses 40 to 50% less water than traditional shower heads, helping the planet, helping your wallet, still giving you the high-pressure water stream you love with 4 different spray modes. Literally takes 1 to 2 minutes to install. Easy as screwing in a light bulb. I love it. I have the rain shower version. I've been using Nebbia shower heads for a while now. I love saving the water, and I love the high-pressure spray. It's really the best of both worlds. Nebbia, the maker of Quattro, also offers sustainable bathroom accessories. I have the soft gray bath mat and the Nebbia double shelf. The Quattro shower head is just $119, but Nebbia is giving you 10% off when you go to nebbia.com/Pacman and use the promo code Pacman. The link is underneath this video.